Attorney who advised both of Hillary Clinton's campaigns, and he sports strikes on Syria. Richard joins us tonight. So, look, it seems to me, no matter what conclusion you reach, the first question for everybody ought to be the same, which is, how is this in America's strategic interest?
Right.
And I haven't met a single person who can answer it or is even willing to try. That's a problem, wouldn't you say?
It would be if there really was no answer. I did see your interview with Senator Wicker last night, and you asked the question, how do we even know Assad was behind this?
Right.
Because General Mattis basically said we weren't sure. But what we know is that a UN commission saw links between sarin gas that we know was used and it had the hallmarks of what the Assad army had.
I mean, look, I'm totally open-minded.
Right.
I'm sure not here flacking for Assad. My God.
Right.
I just want to be certain that we're acting on the basis of verifiable information. And in the case of this last weekend's attack with the chlorine gas, let's just stop lying. There's no way that we could know in 48 hours, 24 hours, when the cable news shows started pushing for war, that Assad was behind it. So let's stop lying. That's my only point.
Right. Well, I'm not sure who it is. Look, it had all the hallmarks of something that we know Assad did. He was destroying towns willy-nilly. And the notion that somehow the rebels would kill their own women and children and have them foaming at the mouth and so forth to make a point for CNN or Fox, that seems a bit much, right? But I think what we're trying to do is...
Really, it's a bit much. Okay, so the first sarin gas attack took place within a week of the Trump administration saying we're no longer going to try to remove Assad from power. That happened, bam, we went right back to the original policy. This attack took place less than a week after the Trump people said we're going to pull our troops out.
Right.
So, look, I don't know who did it.
Right.
I'm not accusing anybody. I'm merely saying there's clearly questions that we need to be asking about this, and anyone who does, I'm the living example of this, is shouted down and called a tool of Putin. Like, that's insane.
I wish I took as much pleasure from my critics coming after me as you do, incidentally, so I applaud you for feeling the umbrage that you do.
About me.
No,
look, I'm attacked all the time. I don't care.
Yeah.
I care about when and where we commit American troops. I have a son who's 21.
Yes.
This is not a joke.
Right. So it's not a question, frankly, of committing troops. Sure, there will be troops. We're talking about degrading their Air Force, degrading their helicopters, doing something, frankly, that we didn't do.
What does degrading mean?
It means basically having so many of their planes...
killing people. Let's not use euphemisms.
Fine.
Here.
Let's blow up and airplanes and helicopters. If there are people in it, so be it. They made their choice to align with Assad, and these are the very people who we seem are dropping. I think we actually have had photographic evidence dropping chlorine bombs on civilian populations.
So who's going to...
So do I feel badly about that? No. Do I think it's something the United States should be doing? Yes. And if we don't...
Hold on. What's the goal? Just let's be really clear. We take Assad out, and don't tell me that's not the plan. When you wage war against a government, you're not rooting for its continuation.
Yeah.
Who runs Syria?
Yeah. And I'm saying I don't know, actually, that taking him out is the objective. And I agree with you.
So what's the objective? Just continue the war, kill more people?
I think the objective is so that Assad knows that his dropping chlorine gas on people is something where he's going to pay a price.
But we're not sure he did it.
Well, and I think we have to establish whether he did it or not. And the fact is, it shouldn't be a feel-good exercise like it was last year when Trump was basically talking about that great piece of chocolate cake with Xi at the time he was dropping bombs on those runways. That was a feel-good exercise. If we're going to do something, we should do something so that Assad can't do it as easily again.
Assuming, but we don't know that
when
he
we
did
establish
do it.
I agree.
So does it bother you when there's universal consensus on the left and among establishment Republicans that we just know? And like, stop asking questions. Let's just go ahead and do this for reasons that we can't fully explain. Right. We can't tell you how it's going to make you richer or safer or happier, but just shut up and do it anyway.
Well, it will make us better because we think we need to go after war crimes. The question is whether Assad did it. It has all the hallmarks of Assad. I don't blame people for concluding it did. Do we need to establish with some certainty that it was Assad? Yeah, we should probably do that.
So every time a government does something appalling or kills civilians, we need to bomb them?
No, I think that's...
No. Okay, right.
We can't address every war crime, but those that we can address, yes, I think we should.
Just so we can. Okay, because I can think of... Okay.
Plenty more. I grant you.
Yeah. All right. Richard, thank you.
My pleasure.
My head is spinning.